This is the new Peugeot 3008 and I'm going up to Genting. First of all, the correct driving position. So this is the new Peugeot 3008. As you guys know, I've always liked how this car drives. I always find that this is one of the best buys of the segment as well, together with the Tiguan and the CX-5. These three cars actually sort of rule the segment, I would say, right? This stretch here at Glenmary towards NKVE, the roads are actually very bad. But on paper, when you read the suspension setup of this car, right, you're like, what? McPherson struts? What? Torsion? What? It doesn't look like something that can handle this really well, but there's something about the French. They always manage to do it very well. It just rides through it. Yep. Another thing I noticed down here, last time I complained about how the plastics were fitted together. There is a whole cut line running across the center. They now have a rubber pad covering it. Maybe they watched my video. Let me show you how the car tries and correct my steering wheel just now, alright? Let's try and catch it. See? It moves my steering wheel back and then it shines a light, alright? Let's try that again. Yes, now this one has all these advanced driving features. I believe my body weight has outgrown the average French size because I felt the seat base small. The seat back is alright, but the seat base feels small.
When I switched to Pro mileage, in my case, I got 46-47% of savings for that time.
Pro mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less. A lot
Turn
less.
up! In one way, I want to enjoy my drive. In another way, I also want to, you know, take care of the car. Right? It's not my car, so I have to drive carefully. I have to but I also want to overtake this Yaris. Thank you. Please, excuse me. Yes. Alright. The car isn't lightweight, let's put it that way. It's not a light car to begin with. And these tires lack proper feedback in a way. But the car's chassis is there. The chassis is good. But the tires needs a little bit more communication, I guess. Yeah. The tires lack a bit of communication. But that's not a big issue. You can swap them tires out after a few thousand kilometers. But they're comfortable, they're quiet enough, they're competent enough, but I think you guys will know, like really good tires, who doesn't know they're expensive, right? They're there, but they're expensive for really good tires. And I need my friend to perhaps give a little bit of a leeway. Thank you. And please, maybe you're a 2-liter Civic, right, bro? traffic. Okay, how does the car drive? Competent, but as you guys can see, traffic is heavy, and there's no two ways around it. You can only drive carefully and trying to extract speed. And you can also hear the transmission and the logic of the car now knows that perhaps I am in a bit of rush, and they are now trying their best to assist me. Right. Be careful here because cars just, you know, they're just there. They are there. Accept it, you know. And there are cars just not in the right lane as opposed to the speed that they are driving. Thank you. The brakes are good, very easy to modulate, and the suspension, it compresses and then it doesn't hop. That means it stays there, it's stable, and it doesn't, you know, give you additional rebound that would ruin your weight transfer, which is a good thing. As you can see, these little 1.6 liter turbos, they're good. They have enough torque, they rev nicely. He's not that familiar with this road. Lovely. Nice. Oh, careful, sir. Relax, relax. Oh, further downshift as possible. Pretty amazing. So we're going up Chin Sui. Oh, that's a 4-door M3. 4-door M3. Ah, please, Alza, just follow your lane. Come on, you piece of. Is that an M3? That is an M3. I'm witnessing an M3 yielding to our brother Kung Fu here with a few speed bumps. We should overtake him cleanly. Okay guys, I have just driven the new 3008 and I'm gonna swap cars and go down with the new 5008. Let me go through the 3008 with you guys, because the most significant changes is the new family design language. Now remember, the 3008 comes with a very sharp, very, should I call it animalistic, but there is a certain lion to it. Oh, hello. Lady just stepped out. So the old 3008, you have that little motif over here where the bumper actually sharpens and comes up the headlamp. Now they turn that into the headlamp itself. Look at that. That reflector in there, or elements, carries on that task while they let the headlamps, the full assembly of it, with this really nice shape. Alright, now in terms of an organic design, they have opted for a rather Cybertronish kind of design, if you think about it, right? So the grille is over there, but there is a little bit of a futuristic element to it. You can see the elements over here are smaller, and then as they grow bigger and bigger, and then they go like that. Oh, sorry Uncle Wes, you want to video this?
I was videoing you.
But you want a video here, is it?
No, you carry on.
Okay.
Your thing, then
Alright.
I will do.
Alright, I'll try to be quick.
No, I was kacauing you. I video you for my video.
Oh, okay, I leave this to you guys. I go to that car. Alright? Alright. Sorry. That's like the display car for everybody to take pictures, so I shouldn't do the review over there. So I drove this car, now car number 2. And look at the new colors. These colors are pretty unique, right? I think the camera captures it rather correctly, albeit a bit darker, but this is there's like a olive greenish color to it, which is nice. And this one, there is also a bronze brownish kind of color to it. This gives depth to the whole color scheme. Even the white is like a milkish white, and then blue has a greenish blue. So I like the fact that these are not adventurous colors, but these are colors that are more sophisticated. As I was talking about the grille just now, all right, here, and then it slowly grows, and then larger elements. It sort of feels like an animated way of, you see, there's a 3D effect by doing this, right? It gives the lion a sort of a dimensional effect, as if pushing the space down. So I like this. This is pretty nice. And the 3008 motif over here is also really nice, and that's the new Facebook logo, Meta. Alright, and even down to the lower grills, they hide all the radar elements and all that, so that's nice. So I wouldn't call it as the front end being cleaned up, because it's very obvious that there are more elements now than there were, right? And but it's certainly a refresh, a nice refresh. Okay, it goes in line with the all these lights, all these elements. So they've gone with a very cyber look to the car. All right, the French always knows how to spice up their designs. Very different from the Italians, where they go fluid, they go artistic. The French is techy. Yes, the French are very techy. You know, they like people to know that they are very tech savvy and tech driven. Okay, look at the tail lamps. Very nice, right? So other than that, most of it is are elements that we're pretty familiar with. So the 3008 would have a very large boot, and there is a rear end that is slightly slanted, as you can see there. Okay, to give it a more sportish appeal. And then of course this one is right, it has hidden compartments around the tire. That's a space saver. Okay, not a full space saver, but this is like a narrower tire. Okay, and then it creates a false floor, and then this one you put it up, gives you a flat loading surface, and then of course you can put down the seats. All right, you can pull these levers to put down the seat. Let's come over here. As you can see, the bench seats are over here, and then you have the armrest, and then you have cup holders that pushed out. Okay, nicely appointed, no surprises there. Of course, I was hoping they could integrate some compartments and USB ports like how Mazda CX-5 does. There is a what looks like a 12-volt socket, but actually was a USB port. Let's see if this hidden compartment is still there. Oh, they took that away. That's one of my favorite features. It's gone. No! There was a hidden compartment down here. Maybe they realized that their owners didn't even realize about it, never bothered about it, and they took it away. Save some cost over there. Right, this nice jeans-like material is still there. Overall, the fit and finish isn't like a 1000% kind of improvement, but overall I can say that some of the parts that are noticeable, especially this part. You see this part, this plastic part is one molding. The fit and finish here is a lot better, but this is about design. I mean, the designer shouldn't have designed the fitting line over here. The fitting line should be somewhere else, right? Should be around the edges maybe, but that's what you get when you try your best to create the molding structure to fit what the designer wanted. The designer can draw as much as they want, but the engineers would have to engineer out how to assembly it, how to design different parts to assembly it, and there's a process of removal, so that when you do servicing, you know, this unit you need to replace a new one. Oh, this is new, this is a lot larger, right? This is just as nice as the previous one. The buttons, all these feels really great. You know, they don't feel sharp to the edges. They're nice. All right, there are buttons over here as well. There's a wireless charger here. There is a USB port, and then a 12-volt socket over here. All right. Here you have the terrain response control, basically using software together with rather sophisticated traction control system to change the car's how the torque is being delivered to maximize grip in different conditions. Doesn't mean this car has four-wheel drive. All right, and this car now has those advanced lane keep assist features, which is nice. Interestingly, the spot button, you need to hold it to activate it. The cruise control stalk is still hidden from eyesight, but you only need 1 week to get used to it, and you no longer need to look at it, and you can operate it. All right, French cars used to have a unique stalk that controls volume and all that, but now, yielding to international pressure, they've put it on the steering wheel. All right, the pedal shifters still just as nice to hold, but the whole thing would have been nicer if it is a little bit longer. All right, interestingly, there's a card holder here. I'm not sure there's a sensor or anything. I think it just holds your card. There's no compartment here. Let's check out the glove box. If the fuse box is still there, it's still there, but they covered it. All right, so French cars still find it a problem to house the fuse box somewhere else other than the glove box. All right, these expected, these are expected, and these control the best feature of this car, which is the huge panoramic roof. Really nice. This button over here is now inset in chrome. It used to be in plastic. Very nice. There's some ambient lighting inside here as well. Very nice update. And then inside here, I used to talk about the molding line right in the middle running across the board. Now they have a rubber seal and like a rubber mat covering it. Nice. And this is big enough to house 1 or 2 handbags. Okay, so if you go, you have your Dior handbag, whatever, you can put it inside when you get out of your car. You know, it's hidden from sight. That's very good. All right, so yes, this is the new Peugeot 3008, and Peugeot now comes under Burmas Auto, which is the distributor that has built up the Mazda brand confidently, and I guess everybody trusts that they are in good hands now. The wish of many car owners, you know, they know Peugeot makes great cars, but they just wish they are under a distributor that gives a proper after-sales service. So Peugeot, Citroen, okay, Citroen, they're not bringing the models, but they're doing the after-sales. But Peugeot, Kia would come under the roof of Burmas Auto. This is the review of the Peugeot 3008. Later on, I'm going to drive the 5008. Alright. Overall, both cars are identical. This is like the long wheelbase version of the 3008. And this one has another 2 row of seats at the back there. And I also noticed that they removed the 3-row setup. The 3-row setup was one of the unique features of the 5008. All right, and let's see. Oh, it's still there. The hidden compartment is still here in the 5008. Is it? Yes. Yeah, it's gone from the 3008, but it still remains in the 5008. All right, and of course, where's the electric release? The 5008 has a more squarish profile. There's a tonneau cover, bring it down, and then you have the seats underneath these flaps, and you can fold them out just like that. All right, very, very cleverly designed. 2 hidden seats at the back to turn your rather functional and big family SUV to a people carrier when you need. It's for emergency use, but you know, when you need the other 2 seats, you can fold them up. Because SUVs always have a large space at the back here, might as well have 2 seats in there so that you can carry 2 more passengers when in need. Alright, so this is the 5008, largely identical to the 3008 in drivetrain, in configuration, in specifications, except the 2 seats and then the cover in the floorboard, and of course the profile that is more squarish. All right, cheers.
Thank God that the brothers on the rise now.